Welcome to ITSM Weekly, the podcast, the Antipodean edition. IT service management news, insight and analysis with your hosts Karen Ferris, Andrew Fryer, Simone Moore and Tristan Boot.
Welcome to the ITSM Antipodean podcast, episode number 15. Your hosts for this evening are Simone Moore, Tristan Boot and myself, Andrew Fryer. And due to the guest or the special guest we have this evening, I'm going to be referred to as Fryers throughout. Now, before we introduce our guest, there's a few things we want to run through. In particular, the idea that we've been up and running now for 12 months. There's a special anniversary that Tristan celebrated today that's our indicator that occurred. So what would that be, Tristan?
It's 12 months today since the February earthquake in Christchurch. And strange enough, I wasn't really going to talk about it much tonight because, we've mentioned it several times during the year, and I don't want to sort of, flog a dead horse, but let's say the horse isn't dead. There's still so much happening down there. It's been a very, very, very weird day. Feeling quite disassociated from friends and family down there. Watching the trauma that city's still going through, and I'm sitting up here in my nice, comfortable apartment in inner city Auckland, not really struggling at all, and it's really strange. I've just been watching a documentary that I recommend everybody looks at, and I'll get some put a link in the show notes to it. It's called A City Falls. It's done by a local cameraman who happened to be living in the CBD when it happened. And it's actually thrown me for a 6, so I'm a little bit off my game tonight. I'll try and lift it as we go, but it's been a funny old year.
Well, interestingly, Tristan, I was giving an ITSM talk to a client this afternoon, and their organisation is they've brought in their New Zealand companies, and they have offices, all over in New Zealand, including Christchurch. And he told me this afternoon that this morning they did have a minute's silence.
They actually did 2 minutes. I was quite impressed that it did 2 minutes, and that's a real commitment.
It is for Kiwis.
Yeah, for anybody to be silent for 2 minutes these days is a pretty... Can you imagine Mr. Dancy being silent for 2 minutes?
Not at all.
But I thought that was pretty amazing that, that the organisation itself was actually recognising, because their building did copper hammering there. They said they were very lucky they didn't lose anyone, but obviously it's